Fly up and over. Is it dropping in? It's dropping in. She makes that catch. So, even though they got some runners on, Fusion is down with an out on that. I think the Fusion is swinging a little hot, a little early, trying to push that ball up and over. Fundamental ball for Fusion. As we head into the bottom of the fourth, Aftershock is up 1-0. All right. So what we have right now is Knoxville Fusion 0. And we have Dallas Aftershock 1. We are going into the bottom of the fourth right now. As we head into this, we've got all kinds of things going on. I do have to inform everyone live that the home run derby that we were going to have tonight, we are going to postpone until tomorrow and work out how to do that. That's what happens when you have a tournament. Things sometimes shift. Roar is the batter right now and it's going back and over the head. Big swing, straight up, and that's a straight up double to center. Ball got loose, and she moves and advances to third. So there we go, Dallas Aftershock moving to third. Our next batter, Shelburne. All right, so let's see what's happening here. We got Shelburne up, who's 0 for today right now. We got a fly ball, left center, throw home, but it's not in time. So we got a fly out, 1 run across. This is a tight game. That could mean a lot. So we got 1 down. Williams up to bat. All right, Aftershock. Batter is Williams. Hits right to the right side. Nice single straight through. All right, next batter is number 45. That's McCullough. And she'd like to give a shout out to her 4 kids, Destiny, Marcus, Faith, and Priscilla. Hopefully you are watching. All right. So we have no run. We got 1 runner on first. McCullough's up to bat. We have 1 out. Right back of the pitcher. Amazing stop. Amazing stop. That's the defensive stop. Nice hard hit there. It's a line drive straight back of the pitcher. Pitchers hate that. But at this level, pitchers are able to field that kind of thing. Our next batter is number 3, Delasta. So we've got a lot of action happening here from our Dallas team. So I'm not in the chat, but I'm going to have somebody check that chat and tell me who you're rooting for. You rooting for Knoxville? Or are you rooting for Dallas, the big D? Got to play it too. That's the 3rd out. We got 1 run across. So we got a 4-3 for the 3rd out on a fielder's choice. And as we head into the top of the 5th, this game is moving along, but we have Knoxville Fusion 0, Dallas Aftershock 2.
And after a quick break, I am back. I am sorry that you have to listen to me, but I do have some news to share. Ron's and I have both run more tournaments than we're ever going to admit to. And as a result of that, we can understand and explain to you how it is that things get a little cattywampus time-wise. If the wrong team is ahead at the wrong time, the game can go a little extra. Teams sometimes have to go over from one field to the next before the next game can start. Sometimes injuries can occur. Sometimes teams wind up on the wrong field because they just sort of lose track of communication. Anyway, all sorts of things can go wrong and push a tournament behind, and we're about an hour behind on this field. As a result, the much-anticipated home run derby that we've been talking about all day, and as a result of our behindedness, if that's a word, we are going to move the home run derby to, not we, but the event organizers have decided that the games are, we got to get these games in so that we can advance the brackets where they need to advance to. And so they have moved the home run derby to 1 p.m. Eastern tomorrow.
Awesome. And just to keep everyone up, Pastor Pam Bright just hit a single through and just got a runner. So Fusion has a runner on first. They brought in using not their substitution because they do not have subs. Their courtesy runner.
That's going to be out on the transfer.
Hey, let's go, babe.
It's going to be a 6-4 on the out on the transfer, but we do have a runner in. So our next batter
Mulligan.
is Jade Mulligan. She took it for a ride last time, but straight at somebody.
Ground ball, shortstop. Over to second for one. No return throw. Well, the return throw is there and a little closer than I thought, but not in time.
This is
ultimately.
what I like to call at times the senior ball trot. That was another. Fusion seems to be hitting the ball either in the air straight up or right at somebody at a certain point. So we have 2 outs. Batter is Tara Phillips. And Fusion's got to get something moving if they're going to be a part of this. Now, I've seen them go on and off, so I don't count them out. We are in, again, top 5.
Fly
Big
ball.
long ball.
Out number 3 is recorded. On the play that goes F7 for out number 3, and we head into the bottom
Of the 5th.
of the 5th. Checking the time on the clock right now. They are.
Because this is moving along.
"19 minutes," they say.
19 minutes, but it is only 2-0. So we'll see where that leads us. Both of these teams are undefeated in the Lord division.
And we want to know who you're rooting for, as Roz alluded to earlier. We want to hear from you. Knoxville or Dallas? Dallas is the home of the 2022 Naga Softball World Series. Knoxville is right around the corner from Memphis, which is the home of the 2024 ASANA Softball World Series.
We're all connected. So here we go.
I am from San Diego, which is the home of the 2023 ASANA Softball World
See?
Series.
All connected. It
See how we
looks
did
like
that there?
Waka. Is that the name? I'm sorry. Weir. In a 2-2, I believe. Much like Johnny Weir.
Shoestring catch by the right fielder. Well done.
I don't think that tutu helped. But I would like to say that I have so many notes from that batter, and I want to be able to give her shout-outs. So right now, she wants to thank the Lord for surviving breast cancer.
Oh, wow.
And to still play this game. Big shout-out to her teammates for playing with her and playing with number 12 an amazing week. Zaddy, a.k.a. Coco, a.k.a. Sea Love. Shout-out to my beautiful fiance Deborah and my little guy. So that's down.
So 10/8 of a bass gets to...
Now I have a story on that.
Was that 10/8?
It is 10/8 because according to her, even though we did confirm that it is not an ASA rule, it's her wedding day.
October 8th.
Her number is our wedding day, and her name is Tennille. She wants to say, hey, mom and dad, and daughter, and future husband, hello, miss you, love you. She's loving having a chance to play here.
I'm an October wedding person as well.
There you go.
I mean, 9 years ago, but it happened. I was there. I remember
there you go. There are pictures, right?
There were pictures, yeah.
Pictures mean
There were about
it
200
actually
people
happened.
there.
There you go.
I was one of them. My husband was one of the other ones. No shoestring heroics there as the ball gets by, but on a line over to third, so no harm done as 10/8 Bass gets over there and half Kemp. No.
No, that is not 10/8 Bass. 10/8 Bass is coming up. That was number 11. Is that number 11 there? Who is that?
Oh,
Did
that
they
was
make
Sophoteculus. So Weir was out number 1.
There you go.
Sophotecal is its second, taking off now, and that was Bass.
Okay, who's coming in? Yes, you were right. So that was Kemp. Kemp is coming back into the dugout. So that's out number 2.
Runners at the corners. Sophotecal is at third. Bass is at first.
That's what it looks like unless they did a sub.
Courtesy runner.
Oh, courtesy runner. Got it. Thank you.
Fly ball out by the left center fielder. So out number 3. All of that was confusing. We made it harder than it needed to be.
But we got through it and no runs were scored.
No runs were scored.
So we apologize to all that we confused. So Tiffany Kemp wanted to give a shout out to her grandmother. And these again are Aftershock shout outs. Jay, number 91, wants to have a shout out to her mom and her husband. Thank you, Mom, for bringing me to the game. Thanks to hubby for teaching me the game. So there you go. That's from Jay. Maria. We already did Maria. She wanted a shout out to her 4 kids. Number 11.
4.
Marcus. 4 kids. Destiny, Marcus, Faith, and Priscilla. 4 kids. Chris, number 11 from Aftershock, wanted to give a shout out to all her DFW peeps.
And Dallas Fort Worth, by the way.
That is. It looks like, do we have a new pitcher? It looks like we have a new pitcher.
I don't know how you can see
friend.
with that helmet out there.
Well, swinging the 2-2. I believe that is that 18? Nope. Top 6. They called it.
That was number 2.
That is Myers.
Our statistician.
For Knoxville Fusion is who's up, right?
Yep. I was trying to figure out who's pitching. So there you go. It's the 2-2.
Weir, 18.
That's what I thought. We got to walk for Meyer.
Let's go, Tanya.
Looks like Myers is going to get a runner. And we're coming up to batter number 10. I believe is Tanya Henley.
It's 22 running for Myers. That's Brittany Green.
I hope.
That's an interesting choice.
Yes, it is an interesting choice.
Brittany is batting fourth in, 4 batters away.
So either she gets there or she doesn't.
Not going to matter as she is out there. The catcher with good backup gets
Great
that
backup.
ball.
Hey, head up, kid, head up.
Fielder's choice, out number 1. Hensley gets to first. Myers is erased, and we'll flip the lineup to Bree.
Not sure what we're talking about right now. Not sure what's happening out there. There seems to be a lot of conversation and adjustment going on the Fusion side.
I'm going to go here, you're going to go there, I'm going to do this, then you're going to do that. That's a pretty cool helmet.
It could be a distracting helmet too, but so we got number 17.
Pops it up.
Get it out.
Out of play. Tried to climb the fence to go and get it. Heck of an effort there.
That had to hurt. Or if I can figure out a way to say, no, that won't work. I'm working on my inner Pepper Brooks.
Okay.
So I can say, destination Ouchtown, population U. Something
There you
along
go,
those
yeah.
lines.
Very animated pitcher out there.
Very much so.
Trying to get her 10,000 steps in. Hasn't been able to do that at the plate, so got to do it somehow.
Let's see what's happening. So we have
Bree hits a shot right to the third baseman. Comes flying over with a throw to first. Holding the ball. Drawing the throw was Hensley, who reaches second base on the LD5 by Bree for out number 2. That'll bring up Madison, number 21. Trying to bring that runner in, and with 2 outs, as long as it's not hit on the ground to the right side, Hensley will be off and running. It is not. Hensley's going to be off and running. Ground ball in. They're going to hold her at third. Runners at the corners and 2 outs, and that'll bring up Brittany Green, who just ran a moment ago.
exactly. Well, our thoughts, we didn't have to worry about it, but as of this moment, she said runners at the corners. We got 2 down. And see if Brittany can make some magic for Fusion.
Line drive,
There's
that'll
your
score the
single.
run.
And
it
the
gets
ball
by.
gets
It could
passed.
score a couple. Hensley will score. Madison now rounding third, heading to home. Brittany Green headed to third. Now rounding third, heading home. And this ball game has broken open. 3-run score.
Yes, that was a single that turned into
A nightmare.
a nightmare for Dallas. Now they do have the last bat, so we'll see what happens here. But there are 2 outs.
2 down. That'll bring up Sarah Melton. And they're trailing 5 now. Right? Trailing 3. No.
3-2.
3-2. Oh, I had the wrong team. Got it.
We do so
This is
many
what
games
happens
here,
when I
guys.
step away.
He steps away. All these games start to run together.
Oh, my
There's
goodness.
the
That
shot.
ball is headed for the fence. Dies in the grass out there on the hop, but Sarah Melton rounds second and rounds first and is going to hold up at second with a 2-out absolute monster shot to right field.
Well, there's a couple things that I've noticed here. Since we're sitting up and we're kind of away from it, we don't get to see when adjustments are made. So a great example right now is the first baseman was making those great catches in right field. She has been swapped with another player who's there, just like the pitcher was swapped, just like other bodies have been swapped. Left fielder has stayed the same.
Now,
So
that ball was just crushed.
That
though.
was
I don't
crushed.
know that anybody was going to catch that one. And speaking of crushed, Fading away.
Oh,
and it
nice
just dinks
try.
off the glove and then the crown of the head. And
Is she okay?
and she's slow to get up, but I think it's more just effort and exhaustion at this point. And she seems to indicate she's fine. But that was a foul ball, so
And that was
kind of
the
no
third.
reason to go and get it. Yeah,
That's true.
so out number 3 on the K.
So as of
3-run
right now,
score.
So as of right now,
I think that was why she was slow to get up. Why did I do that?
what? Well, oh shoot, I've lost count. But I'm going to throw in this free plug right here. There is, ASANA, we really like small businesses, and one of our own has her own small business called Changed by the Game, and she has these things called no-out wristbands. And what they are is a wristband that you can wear when you're in the outfield or you're somewhere, and you slide it to remember how many outs there are.
Oh.
I'm feeling like I want to get one myself as an umpire just in case and hide it. But you get the point. She actually is set up over here near dirt. And I think you can see the wristband note
clever,
over there. I'm
yeah.
going to ask the gentleman to get me the right name so we can give her Easton Hendrickson.
Something.
Has these bands, and another part of our entrepreneurship here.
Very clever.
So she's been selling them at softball tournaments, at kickball tournaments, things where outs are involved.
Things were outs
Outs are involved. I mean, you can't use it in dodgeball because there's no outs there.
Right. This is Bryant at the plate now.
This is Bryant at the plate. Yes.
I could also use that for leadoff batters. I can't tell you how many times I've been coaching first, and the leadoff batter gets the first and looks and says,
How many
outs?
Exactly.
Like you literally just let off. There's a monster shot. That ball is crushed. And the left fielder, who took a dunk off the top of the head, is rounding third, and they're going to wave her home. Here comes the throw. It's going to be up the line, and Bryant scores a home run to tie the ball game, and they don't get any bigger than a game-tying home run late in the game at the World Series. Bryant touches them all. Racing around. That was an absolute monster shot, or as they would say in Boston, a monster shot.
Monster. A monster. So right now we got a tie game. We got a 3-3 game here. With Schneider up, Bryant comes through for her team.
Ground ball in the hole as the shortstop is playing way up the middle, expecting opposite field here. So Snyder now is aboard.
All right.
For about 7 minutes or so is what was hollered out earlier.
They are the home team. Batter number 10, Roar. Last time. Great shot. And you can see the Fusion's playing a little short.
Oh, and that's going to come and bite him. No, a great sliding stop by the left center fielder. Oh,
Man.
my.
Hold those runners. Nice catch. Nice relay.
Everything about that was just picture perfect. Slide down, kept the ball in, and then popped up with the throw back in. Perfect strike to second. They're going to bring Snyder out and run Kemp out there.
All right, Shelburne, we got one out. We got one out.
Well, I wonder now if January 2nd is Kemp's wedding day.
Good question.
Here's the pitch. Ground ball. Second base. Up with it. Recorded out at first base as the play goes 4-3. Out number 2, but Snyder Kemp in the person of Snyder gets to second base, and that'll bring up Williams. So that runner, Kemp, in scoring position now. Line drive, single, anything up the middle, anything on the grass, and with 2 outs on contact.
We got Shelburne up right now.
I thought that was Williams up.
No, I mean, oh, you're right. Williams up. I messed up. Number 12.
Were you on the wrong?
No, you're good. You're in charge.
That was Shelburne, I thought.
You're in charge. You're right. That was Shelburne who made that first out. Who made
the fielder's
fielder's
choice.
choice.
Yeah.
But we got 2 down. We got a tie game.
And a chat going on now.
Little question, little clarification on some things, I think.
Wondering if whether or not there might have been interference there, and the umpire says no.
That would be a no. And for our Aftershock people, I want to make sure that Brooke, number 8, has a shout-out to her number 1 fan. You know who you are. From Desiree Gastring, who has been here.
Oh! The shot up the middle was what they needed to score the run, but the middle is closed.
Great defensive play. And we're all tied.
It is a tie ball game.
Top 7.
Well, if you wanted to see a good game,
this is it.
This is it.
So you're going to check it out. I'm going to finish a couple more of these shout-outs that I have because Aftershock was able to give them to me. I have a note. I want to shout out to my husband, Matt, and to my 3 daughters, Kristen, Teeny, Olivia,
Little Joe. Oh, no.
Lila, Ryden, and Sherry Casey Hidalgo. We did Jen. We'll come back.
That was not Roz's shout-outs, by the way.
No, these are, I'm making sure. We try and do this for our teams so that they can say something to people at home. They have been here for a couple days. Gail says she wants to give a shout-out to her kids. She loves you guys so much. Happy birthday to her son Cameron today. She will be home to celebrate on Sunday. She loves this game. Be kind to one another. And may the force be with you always.
Well, that is not the hit she was looking for. Ground ball to 5th.
Very nice.
To 3rd base, rather, as the play goes 5-3. You got that one, did you?
Yes, I did. I caught that one. So are we with my good friend Jade up? Is that what you have on your
Mulligan
side?
is what I'm showing. Yeah, number 37. Batting in the 7th spot. Pops it up. And despite an outstanding effort by the catcher, who has been all over the field.
Yes, she has.
Not able to come up with that one.
All right.
This game has just been fantastic.
It's a great game.
And we almost took this game off.
Yeah, but we didn't.
We are taking the next game off.
Yes, we are. And then we're coming back for
the
the championships from the Windsor division.
I believe so, yeah. Because there will be no home run derby.
Yes, that's right.
Tomorrow, it'll be tomorrow. There will be one, but it will be tomorrow.
But not tonight. Tonight we're just going to take a break after this and get ready for some championship Edie Windsor division.
This is the Lord division, correct?
Right now, this is the Lord division, but the championship that we're doing later
will be the Edie Windsor division.
Yes, it is.
And there's another foul ball that's going to go foul, and they're going to let it do that. So that's a K. Out number 2. Technically, it's considered a strikeout when you foul out. I don't know why, but it is.
I'm not sure either.
I'm glad of it because it makes it helps pad my pitching numbers. It makes me look like I throw a bunch of strikeouts. And as a pitcher, I can tell you, and Raj, you'll, I'm sure, concur, that when you're in a 1-1 count with none to give, your first pitch is a strike.
It should be. It should be. You're trying to get something in. You're trying to get something
pitch to contact.
Yep.
Don't worry about it. Don't do that. Walk a batter with runners with 2 outs on in a tie ball game, or trailing 1 rather.
Actually, we got a.
Oh, it is a tie ball game.
It's still a tie ball game.
Yeah.
And we have another runner coming in, and I believe it's the same runner. They have 1 runner on that team.
Number 22. That's Brittany Green.
Brittany Green.
Ground ball, 3rd base, drops down to the knee, fires a strike over to 2nd, and that is out number 3. So Brittany is again forced down at 2nd on the fielder's choice. Out number 3, and we head to the bottom of the 7th. So these are the stakes, folks. Softball is a 7-inning game. 1 run needed, and if they can push that across, then we'll have a winner here in the form of the Dallas Aftershock. If they do not get a run across and the Fusion from Knoxville can hold them, then we go into not sudden death, but
Bronxport.
right? We go into
The international
tiebreaker, where we put a runner at second base. You've all seen it if you've watched any Major League Baseball games this year,
Or any of our games from,
or any of our games from 2000 or from
yesterday.
where we had 3 of them. I was talking with the umpire behind those plates, Quagliarello, and he was like, "I'm never going to go behind the plate again because each time."
I'm getting that tiebreaker. All right, so we have McCullough.
Long shot, line drive, lead off batter on. So the first part of the job is check. Get on. Now, with McCullough on, DeLasta's job is to get her over.
Number 3, DeLista is who I have up.
Get him over, get him on, get him over, get him in. These are the challenges and the mission. DeLasta or DeLista. I have DeLasta.
I think it's DeLasta.
The ground ball, past the glove of the second baseman, but a short playing right center fielder is there to rob McCullough of getting the extra base. So out number 1 on a fielder's choice on the oh-so-common 10-6. See that every day.
You're right.
9-6.
10-6. You said it. You said it. You said it.
I was wrong.
10-6.
9-6. Here comes Weir, the pitcher.
See, it all comes out.
Oh my goodness! Oh my! And it had the presence of mind to come up with it and throw the ball in. My goodness.
That was a bobble, a bounce, a catch, a show, a celebration, and oh yeah, there's a runner on. Let me get that ball in.
That ball gets by. This game is over.
Coach is asking, but I'm not sure what he's asking about right now. He's trying to see, is
the
it a
ball
real
is
catch?
caught. Now, having said that, Kemp, or the runner rather, DeLasta, could have gone on first contact.
Could have.
The minute that ball hits that glove and it pops up, it doesn't matter. If you're on the base, you can get to second and get into scoring position.
But you're right. That's when you would advance. But that
But
runner
if you
sat.
hesitate at all,
You're host.
then you got to stay where you are. Now, it could have been that she was a couple of steps off the bag, and then you can't really do much about it. But that ball gets through and then scoots away. So DeLasta is going to get over to third and hold there on the slide. The ball gets away. Is anybody going to move up? Yes.
No one's moving. No
runner
one's
from
moving.
Weir, Weir will get to second, and she's going to plant there. Now the force is off. So Weir does not have to move. All that has to happen is a ground ball, fly ball, sac fly, anything to get that runner in from third.
Now, here's the other thing I'm noticing. The way in which Fusion is playing is they are actually playing a rover-type position to cover.
Well, they're just
saying-
is it that, or are they just really, really shallow in the outfield?
But there's no reason to be, I believe.
Well,
Watch,
I think
watch,
you have
there
to
she
here
goes right
because
there.
there's only one out, right?
But they've been playing it all afternoon. At least in this case.
In this, you've got the left fielder.
Still shallow.
Still
Everyone's pretty
which
shallow.
is
You're
what you
basically
need.
saying?
There's 2 outs now.
Yep.
There's 2 outs, so everybody can kind of go back to regular depth.
So Bass is up. I believe this is Bass. Is that who you have?
Safatako, I think. What's the number on our batter? Number 11? 8. It is Bass. 10-8. It's Bass. So that's where the second out was. That's what it was. Yeah, that's what I didn't
18 is
get.
the second out.
Here's the pitch. Fouls it back, and that is it. To extra innings we go. Because this game wasn't good enough for 7 innings, was too good for 7. We got to go 8.
So I think the main question now is, okay, the last batter. So you get to do the honors on this one.
What's the question?
How does an international tiebreaker work?
Oh, I see. Yeah. So what you do is you take the last batter, not the last out. That is a misnomer. You take the last batter, whether they were out or not, and you put them at second base. In this case, for the Knoxville Fusion, that will be Phillips, number 12. Will need to go out there to second. No, that's not
It's
right.
Myers.
Will need to go back out there to second base and occupy the space long enough for the inning to start. Now, if they want to run for them, they can, and that's fine.
I think they're trying to do that because that is not Myers.
Yeah, but Myers still has to go out there technically. But if they let everybody know and everybody's fine with it, then it's sort of no harm, no foul.
And I know they're running behind, so they're trying to make this happen. So
I think he's telling the coach now that they've done a substitution or something. Or is that the discussion now that they're having? Is that the runner who's supposed to be there?
the runner that's supposed to be there is Myers, unless he's already saying that is the sub. Unless our books are wrong. So let's double check that.
Well, it's either Myers or Phillips, but it should be Myers because they hit
Well,
the
Myers
fielder's choice.
hitting the fielder's choice, but the last out. That's not the last out. That's different. That's
Yeah,
wrong.
no, it's the last
so
batter.
it's going to be
So
the
they
last
must
batter.
have
So it
subbed
must
or
be.
something.
They must have done a sub. That way, their courtesy sub is done.
Yeah, because they don't have any subs, so that's Brittany Green.
I don't think that's Brittany out there.
It's not. I just thought she was the designated.
Yeah, I know she's been the designated runner for a lot, but I think Brittany is.
Too far up. About to come up too soon.
Yes, I think that might even be Tara Phillips. I cannot see the number from that far. I'll have to ask our cameraman to tell me. Hensley is here.
I think that is Phillips, and I think that they've made an error.
But both teams have agreed to it
Yeah,
for some
so it
strange
is what
reason.
it is. Oh.
It's number 32 that batted.
Number
32 is
who
right.
batted. Yeah,
That's
that part's
him.
right.
That's right. It's who the runner is.
Who the runner is the issue here.
Unless they just made that.
Unless they just said, hey, we're going to do a pinch runner here.
So right now, technically, the runner was Myers.
Yeah, Myers
that
is at
runner is
third
now
base.
at
So that
third.
runner for Myers is at third base. At least that's who it's supposed to be. And if you don't play in this situation often, you can get the rules muddied up a little bit. Infield, pop up. First base calls for it, and the momentum was carrying her home, so she's going to let it. No runs advanced. Now, what do you do here? You've got one out. You've got a runner at first. You have a double play opportunity, but for my liking, that outfield is still too deep.
Very deep. Very, very deep. But this team does swing a big bat. So
Yeah.
that you need to
But
be
anything
cautious
hit out
with.
to where they are is going to score the runner anyway.
Good point. But then they'll get their shot at it too. So here's the question. This batter,
Oh, that's true. Yeah, this is the top of the inning, so you don't have
Yep.
to really be too worried about it.
has been swinging to the right side anyhow.
Yep.
So we'll see what happens. If it's up the middle, that there's a huge hole right there.
And it was up the middle. So that run will score in the person of
Whoever that is.
whoever that is. Hensley will get to second. Madison will be aboard at first, and it'll be Brittany Green. So one run in, the tie is broken. So it's 4-3 now here in the eighth.
All right, so here's a key question. Green has been hitting to the left side the whole time.
And does so kind of again. The ball hits left center, and an absolute rope from the left center fielder saying, hey, by the way, I could have thrown you out had you gone. Just keep that in mind. And now they've got two outs, and they're moving everybody back for
Melton,
Sarah Melton.
number 4.
Reached
She has-
second base last time.
Yes, but she also has swung straight either way. They're concerned about her. She had that long ball at the
They
beginning
had that bomb,
that
yeah,
she
the
made
right,
the stretch
right
that
center
she
field.
that the now first baseman but before right fielder made the play on.
There's still a big gap between left center and right, left and left center.
Huge gap.
But if she's a dead pull hitter, that's fine. Takes a walk. That's perfectly acceptable. You've got now an out at any base. No harm, really no harm there as long as you can get this next out.
And they have no runners at this point, I don't believe. Unless there's an ADA. And that I do not know.
Well, it must be because they've
And
either
look,
that
they
or,
brought in their runner.
right, Brittany. Now either that or that wasn't a runner. They just got it wrong.
Mm-hmm. So, do we have bases full of Fusion?
We do, and there's a long fly ball to left center field, and the out is recorded. So 1 in. That's it. We head into the bottom of inning number 8. Bonus softball here. 1 to tie, 2 to win.
And it is the top of the Dallas lineup here.
So will that be
Bass is going to be on.
theoretically?
Bass will be on. Theoretically, Bass will be on second.
And then
And
it'll
we'll
be
go
half.
Kemp, well, half.
Kemp, Gastring, Bryant. Bryant, who's had a pretty okay day at the plate.
Pretty much. I'd be walking her immediately.
It's like, oh, yeah, no, don't let her beat you.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of like Bonds back in the day. Like, yeah, we're not, you just go ahead and go to first base. We'll give you that.
Mm-hmm. I think as a coach, you have to make that call, and I make it all the time. No bravado there. I'm not going to get beat by that. Yes, I trust my outfielders, but what do you want?
I have actually walked in a run before because I would rather settle for 1 than 4.
And I think it's one of the questions that people go through all the time, which is, for me, I think we talked about this earlier yesterday. This is a hitter's game, and you're early in the game. Throwing home doesn't make any sense.
No.
When you have no outs and you have the bases loaded, you want to try and turn that double. You want to get as many outs or at least get 1 out.
Fly ball. That one drops. Gets away. Here comes the run. That's going to tie it. Bass will round third and head home. And half will get to second. And that's the go-ahead run, the winning run.
That would be Kemp.
I don't know. I think we should try to make half stick.
I don't think we can make half stick. But that run came in.
That was half stick.
That was a
that was a tough play. Tough play. Kind of glanced off the glove, hit the knee, and kind of skidded away.
7-7.
And there's
Here we go.
pop fly.
Who's got it?
Shortstop, second base says she has it, and then just a quick little flip up to the right center fielder, saying, "I got you."
Mm-hmm.
Out number 1.
And now it's Bryant. So here's the question. What do you do?
I say you get very well acquainted with the first base over there.
I think you don't give them anything to hit at this point.
Exactly. I just say, you know what? No. You're going to go to first base, and I'm going to let you.
Exactly.
Because look at how shallow the right center fielder is.
I know.
Look at how deep the left center fielder is playing.
Right.
Shallow is
if she can pull, or I think, well, it's a strategy.
Left field is shallow. Right field is shallow. And that's
it.
Gonna do it. Bryant will win the ball game for her team. And that is the ball game on what winds up being a triple, but a bomb of a shot over the right center fielder's head. And that's the ball game. Dallas Aftershock takes one from the Knoxville Fusion. It took 8 innings to do it in a back and forth matchup. And for Roz, Bug, and the rest of the group, we're going to take a bye. Any final shout-outs that we didn't get to?
No, I think we're good, and we will see everybody for the championship.
We're going to take a quick break here, and by break I mean we're going to go off for about a game, and then we will come back, and we will have the championship. Do we know who's playing in that championship game yet?
Give me a second, and I will take a look.
And we will effort to do it as we show you these two teams congratulating each other.
And I'm going to look the Windsor bracket. I'm bringing it up. No bracket, no standings. Let's look at the schedule. Let's see who's playing. Hold, please, as we look at the Windsor game tonight. Interesting.
We know
that the DC Sharks are playing somebody at 8 o'clock. It's either going to be the Geckos or the Lavender Menace. So we'll keep you posted, but we do know that DC Sharks are playing.
How amazing would it be to win the World Series in your division in your hometown?
It's awesome.
How
I can
amazing!
Tell you.
How amazing would it be to steal that opportunity away from that team?
It would also be awesome.
All right. So we will take a quick break here for Rosbach again and for Master Sergeant Elliot Turner. Did I get it right this time? I did, finally. And for Chief Nerd in Charge, Mitchell Barnes. We will see you back here in about 55 minutes.